This is the book of Sirach, chapter 35, verse 13. He will not accept any person against a poor man, but will hear the prayer of the oppressed. Call Holayim La, Abanawa Yahawah Bahashim Yahawadah Bahashim Rekah Kwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the Akim out there on the highways and the byways. Salutations to the hopeful elect. Salutations to you speckled birds, you Israelite foreigners, and shalom to the Akwaf, sitting and listening in silence as the scriptures say to do so. Sirach 35, verse 13. He will not accept any person against a poor man, but will hear the prayer of the oppressed. And that's very true, man. And you know, Yahawadah here's our prayers, Akim wa Akwaf. Okay, so you know, don't doubt, don't you know, just don't doubt, and always, you know, believe that you'll receive you know, clarification, you'll receive judgment, which whatever you ask for in your prayers, man. Okay, that's something that you have to take heed to, because prayer is very powerful, man. And I'm gonna give y'all testimony to prove that prayer is powerful, which I believe I may have spoken about this, but I'm gonna be very direct about this now, because I feel that this can be a faith booster for you beloved Akim wa Akwaf. And I also, you know, just want to show forth, you know, that the Lord is really, you know, dealing with his servants, and that the Lord is really answering our prayers. Okay, so let me grab this. It's Sirach 21, verse 5. A prayer out of a Sirach 21, verse 5. A prayer out of a poor man's mouth reacheth to the ears of the Most High, and his judgment cometh speedily. So again, man, you know, we're poor. We have nothing. Okay, we have nothing in this society, man. Okay, but you know, as far as like, you know, the promises and our inheritance, we're rich. We have everything promised to us, man. As Yahawadah said in but thou art rich, you know, in Revelation, man. We're rich. You know, we got a glorious promise, a glorious kingdom coming to us, man. So we're poor right now. You know, also as Tobit said, you know, don't let me grab it, Salakia. Now I wouldn't intend to grab more scriptures, but you know, it goes into the lesson under that, you know, the Lord put it in my mind. Tobit chapter, I believe it's chapter 4. Yes, Tobit chapter 4, verse 21. And fear not, my son, that we are made poor, for thou hast much wealth, if thou fear Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawadah, and depart from all sin, and do that which is pleasing in his sight. And that's what we're doing, man. Every day sacrificing, every day seeking righteousness, every day walking uprightly as we can in this weak, corruptible flesh. All right? So again, Sirach 21, verse 5, a prayer out of a poor man's mouth reacheth to the ears of the Most High, and his judgment cometh speedily. So you got to believe, man. You got to believe when you make these prayers to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawadah, because we're in a mournful spirit. Because this, you know, this captivity is vexing, it's oppressing, it's wicked as hell, okay? It's diabolical. You know, everything that is not positive is nothing but negative, man. Especially towards you Israelites, man. Look at the state of our people, man. Look at the mind of our people. Our people are completely corrupted, polluted, destroyed. Okay, our people need that physician, and the only way you're going to get that physician is either the Lord wake you up to this truth, or you're going to be put to death, man. And we hope, you know, that we continue to stay in this truth and continue to be cleansed and purified every single day, man. Okay, but you know, prayer, again, prayer is powerful and prayer is needed, man. So let me read this last one. This is Mark chapter 11, verse 24. Therefore I say unto you, what things soever ye desire, when ye pray, believe ye receive them, and ye shall have them. Okay, believe you receive them, and you shall have them, man. So you have to believe when you're praying to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawadah that he's going to grant your supplication, man. He's going to grant your requirement. Okay. You know, the one thing that I can say for the body, man, one thing you should be praying for is endurance. It's faith, belief, trust, fear. okay, to be more educated in this truth. Okay, so what does that mean? To be increased in the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, man. To know how to discern and to decide things righteously, man. Especially if you have a family and a wife. And especially if you call yourself a prophet or teacher, man. To know how to be a correct judge amongst the nation, man. But I wanted to get into this testimony real quick to just give a testimony that I went through as an example that, you know, really boosted my faith and really made me trust in the Lord and you know, most of all, fear Him, and to know that He's you know, dealing with us in general. So basically, this was back in 2021, I want to say. My mother just had went to the hospital, and she was on life support. And I was going through something with my wife, you know, and she's very just, you know, just to be clear and direct. She's just a evil bitch, man. So basically, you know, I forgot what I was calling her and texting her for. I don't know if it was having a disagreement or argument or something to do with my kids. I'm not too sure. I can't really remember, but I know for a fact that she went to the police station because I was calling her to get me arrested, man. And this is shit that she would always do, man. Okay? She would always, you know, attempt to get me arrested, you know, try to get me in jail and everything else, and we got kids together. But that's another story for another time. But basically, she gave the police my information. The police called me and said that I had a warrant for my arrest. And to come to find out, you know, and again, my mom was on life support. And just to give you a little bit more backstory, I was doing everything for my mother, you know, making sure the bills is paid, taking care of the household. My brother has a mental disability, you know, I was doing stuff for him too. And, you know, I have a sister that's almost 50. She don't do shit. Never done nothing, never worked anything. So basically, I was, you know, the provider and the protector of the household. So at that point, basically me finding out I had a warrant to, and the warrant was for me not showing up to court for Title 4D, which is child support, which she did, okay? Which and furthermore, I didn't have a address to get served. So, but the cop called me, you know, told me he had a warrant for my arrest to turn myself in. But like I said, my mother was on life support in the hospital. I was the only one, you know, dealing with the doctors, the hospital, and everything like that. I was going to the hospital every single day, maybe like 2 or 3 times out the day, okay, until she was off life support, until she got released, you know. But so I didn't turn myself in, but I prayed to Yahawadah to take that burden off of me, to get that warrant released or whatever, however you want to state it, to get that warrant off my name, for me to not have a warrant. So basically, I'll go into that in a second on further on that. But another prayer that I did, because it all goes into one. When my mom was in the hospital on life support, you know, I was fasting, I was praying heavy, and I was asking the Lord to have mercy on my mother, you know, to give me a chance to, like, let her, you know, let me, you know, tell her about the truth, let me, you know, edify her, and, you know, if she don't take it or receive it, then I understand. It's not your will. But to give her, you know, at least, I literally remember what I said, give her at least 2 more years, because, you know, I know she's sick, because my mom was sick. Like, I knew it was going to happen, but I wasn't prepared for it to happen at that time. So I was just asking him, you know, to give her at least 2 more years. You know, let me get things in order, because I'm not prepared for her to go right now. So with that being said, the prayer got answered, and she came out of life support and all that. But from that point, she had to go to dialysis because her kidneys was I think they was like at 20% or 10, like somewhere, I can't remember exactly how much they were working, but her kidneys were low. So she had to go to dialysis. So she went to dialysis and all that. And obviously, you know, and mind you, the same time I asked the prayer was around the same time my mom passed 2 years ago. It was February 5th. It was the same time that because she went to the hospital the same time. Each time she went to the hospital was around the same time. Her birthday was in January. Then a little bit either before, a little bit after her birthday, she would be in the hospital. So it was the same time that I asked for the prayer. Was the same time 2 years after when Yahawadah took her, and that scared me. That let me know that the Lord, granted my prayer. He gave my mom another 2 years like I asked. I did what I said I was gonna do. She didn't receive it, but the Lord, showed mercy upon her. But he literally took her the same time I made that prayer 2 years after. So that let me know that the Lord is hearing me, and He's taking heed to what I'm saying, and He's granting me my prayers. And then, for the first thing about the warrant. Okay, so the warrant, I got pulled over. Supposedly, I didn't stop at the stop sign. I did a ride through or whatever. The cop pulled me over, and then it came back to my memory because, again, remember, my mom was on life support, and I was doing everything, so I wasn't thinking about turning myself in. I had too much stuff to do. But basically, the cop pulled me over, and then as soon as he pulled me over, I gave him my, my ID, registration and all that. It literally came back to my remembrance that I had a damn warrant, man, that I never got taken care of. And so at that moment, I just prayed to Yahawadah in the car that, that I don't go to jail and I don't have a warrant. So, with that being said, through all the prayers, I constantly prayed for that warrant. I mean, I prayed, I want to say I prayed 4 months constantly for that warrant to be lifted off of my name, for me not to have a warrant. So after the cop came back to my car, he said, Mr. Such and Such, he said, yeah, since you have a good driving record, I'm not going to give you a ticket. He said, you have a good day. I said, man, you know what, man? Now, I instantly in my mind, I thank Yahawadah, and I told the officer, because I believe he was a Jake. Obviously, he looked like an Edomite, but I believe he was a Jake. So I told him, I said, man, thank you, God bless you, you have a great weekend. So I'm riding home, I'm instantly, thanking Yahawadah the whole time while I'm riding the car, like just screaming it, man, just out of joy. And then I got to the crib, I did a lesson on it. But it just shows you, and it showed me that the Lord is answering our prayers, and that Yahawadah is really with His men, is with His servants, man. And you Ahmath too, man. You sincere, true sisters, man. Prayer works. Prayer is powerful, man. And that's why I make sure every single day that I pray. I make sure every single day that I pray, man. So again, let me read this precept, man. You gotta pray, man. You gotta believe. Sirach 21 verse 5. A prayer out of a poor man's mouth reacheth to the ears of the Most High, and His judgment cometh speedily. So look, man, if we out here doing what we supposed to be doing, the Lord's gonna bring that judgment for our prayers. Whatever we ask, whatever we need, man. You just have to believe. You just have to believe that you're gonna receive that. As it says in Mark 11 verse 24, man. And that amplified, that increased my faith, my belief, my trust, and most of all, my fear, man. To literally have those prayers answered, especially when it came to my mother too, man. When I literally asked the Lord to give my mother 2 more years, and then, if it be His will, to go ahead and take her, because she was gonna go regardless, man. She was sick, man. My mother was really, really sick, man. I miss my mother till this day, man. So it's been 2 years since she's been gone. I miss my mother, man. I really do miss her, man. But I also had my mind too in Jacob's trouble, because my mom was blind. My mom was blind. So I also had my mind too, what's gonna happen to my mom in Jacob's trouble. So it's actually a relief that the Lord took her and brought her back to paradise, man, to the spiritual realm. But man, prayer works, man. Prayer works, man. I don't want to write this out, man. I hope and I pray that this is a faith booster to you, beloved. True sincere Akim wa Akwa. So with that, hey man, I'm just gonna say, hey, Shalom, Shalom, Barakatah, Shalom. Love y'all.